What data do you leverage for AI solutions in clinical research? Because obviously, there's a lot, I guess.
It is in terms of quantity, but also modality. Maybe first to clarify what is health data in general. So basically, health data is everything that tells you something about the health and disease of a person. So it can go from electronic health records, it can be some CT image, it can be some X-ray scan, it can be data from your Apple Watch, it can be data from insurance companies, claims data, so genomic data. So it's really a huge variety on data modalities that we have. And basically every single modality brings another angle on the story of a patient and the story of the disease, the story of a treatment. So hence all those data are relevant to our research. And we are using, depending on the project, then also different modalities at the same time. And so this is about the data, let's say, source and where it comes from. And then we have then access to clinical data from registries, from insurance companies, but also we have a huge treasure on clinical data in-house from past clinical trials that we also leverage a lot.
Yes, it's a lot.
It is a lot, but it's also very much needed because if you compare to let's say prediction of the rent of an apartment, right? What is important? Certainly the location, the size, maybe the age of the house, the neighborhood, and a few things, right? But you basically can count it with two hands, right? The variables that are important. But if I'm now asking about what influences the progression of a disease or that a person is getting a disease, it's much more than just 5 or 10 variables. And the fact that we are all different by biology is also then that if you want to do this exercise for then billions of people, it's obviously scaling the demand of health data that you need for research a lot.
Yeah, and I guess health data is obviously a lot more important and impactful, isn't it? Really. Obviously, data is important, but health care is obviously you're dealing with bodies, aren't you? So it's massive impact if it's not handled correctly.
Yes, that's certainly true. You need to be very careful how to handle the data from various points of view. On the one hand, where do the data come from? Yeah, what is the context around the data? Has the data been taken for, let's say, billing purposes? So then the data might tell you a different story than if the data has been taken in the emergency room. Yeah. So this is one aspect to it. And the other, as we are dealing here with highly sensitive personal data, we really need to make sure that we are preserving data privacy and all laws and legislations which are there in place for a good reason, which makes it also a little complex. And then going back to where I started, basically having those different data modalities, to bring them together is also challenge and exercise. Yeah, here speaking about interoperability, but it's so important because if you combine data sources and data modalities, it's more than 1 + 1 is not equals 2. It's way more. But obviously it has its challenges along with it.